What is up, everyone? I hope you're all having a great day. Today I'll be ranking conduit effects. These are the effects that get triggered when you activate a conduit on disruption missions in Warframe. Not all of the buffs are really that good, nor the debuffs are that bad, so I've kind of changed the ranks here. Either it's going to be a good buff or a F you up debuff that's really going to end with your run. Maybe a okay buff or a hard debuff to deal, or mediocre buff, okay debuff, maybe a debuff that you only need a slight change on your build to be able to counter. Stuff that barely changes anything, you're really not gonna, it's not gonna change your gameplay much. And the ones that change nothing, they are complete garbage. While making this tier list, I started to think, like, what were they thinking? Like, they couldn't be planning like for long runs in this, because some stuff here makes no reason, makes no sense. Let's start with the Affinity Boost. Barely changes anything. With Affinity Boost, you might be able to level some stuff up, but no one would really get into a disruption mission to get an affinity buff and level. So, what the F? You might be able to trigger syndicated weapons effects faster. That is okay because they have a cooldown, so you probably won't be able to trigger it more than once if you don't get this affinity boost early on the wave. I think these buffs also, like, you lose them every time you go to another wave, so also not really good. Yeah, I think that'll be a barely changes anything, would be a D. Really bad. I don't think there's anything else left about Affinity Boost that, like, still have to talk. Might help you with focus, farming focus, but who the hell farms focus on a disruption mission? Anyway, let's get on to Brood Surge. This one creates spawn pods, just like when you kill a brood mother or a boiler. When you kill a boiler, he explodes and some stuff falls off, and when that stuff hits the ground, it's gonna create those kind of life pods and stuff. That's pretty much what happens with Brood Surge. Those pods start spawning around the map, and you'll have more enemies. I think that's a okay debuff if it happens to spawn something. I think it doesn't spawn anything too hard, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll leave it like that. That's a C. Conduit Resupply. I love Conduit Resupply. You're getting health, energy, and ammo from the conduits that you have already activated, if I'm not wrong. That's pretty helpful. If you have, depending on the debuffs you have, this will be very useful. The resources will also stay on the ground for quite some time. So if you happen to get a energy drain or health drain after this, it's gonna help. Maybe sometimes you run out of energy and you get this one, it will make your run more smooth. So I think it's pretty good. Conduit Sentries. This one works on Corpus tile sets, but it also activates on other tile sets, like the Grenier ones. When it activates on the Grenier tile set, I don't think anything changes, to be honest. But on the Corpus tile set, you get these Senta turrets to activate, and they will start attacking enemies. So it's okay. I'll say that's a mediocre buff. Alright, Credit Booster. Electrified Conduits. Electrified Conduits. This is actually annoying. This is annoying. I never really got killed. Come on, maybe if I ever died to this, it was not directly by it, but a sum of what happened. Maybe I like lost my shields because of the electrified conduits, then I got killed by a normal mob. That happened, but it's so rare that I don't even know, but it's annoying because it doesn't let you stay too close to the conduit. I would say that this is an okay debuff. Maybe if I had a tier between hard and okay, I would put it there just because it's a little bit annoying. I'm gonna put it here just because it's annoying. Enemy ability resistance. So enemy starts not taking your effects and everything like that. This, I don't know how much does this really works. Like if it really does work, I can't even feel that much difference. So I'm gonna put it C. I really I can't feel the difference when I'm playing with this. Enemy armor boost. You will feel this when you're not using slash based weapons nor you're removing armor, because when you're using those two you won't feel a damn difference. So this is I actually never really felt a big difference, so I'm gonna put it to either D or E. Where should it go? I'm gonna put it to E, to be honest, because I don't really feel it. Let's go enemy damage boost. Enemies will hit you hard. If we're talking about level cap, you're probably like 90% of the time you're either gonna be going invisible or you're gonna be going with invincibility, with like rolling guard, what's the name, shoot gating, and maybe protective sling. So this won't really make a difference for people playing. I mean, for protective sling users, 90% of the whole debuffs are worthless. It won't really matter. But if you're playing invisible and you might just survive a proc because the enemy doesn't have the enemy damage boost. So I think this is an okay debuff. It's an okay debuff. Let's see, enemy damage resistance. I've actually also don't feel this a lot, so I'm gonna put it here. I really can't feel this damage resisted that they're getting. I think it's okay, but it doesn't change much. Enemy elemental weapons. That's gonna be enemy heat weapons, enemy toxin weapons, enemy cold weapons, or enemy electricity weapons, or electric. This one is a challenge. This is a real challenge. Especially if you get toxin weapons. If you get toxin weapons and you're not using invincibility, well, if you're not using protective sling, because even if you have shield gating, this is gonna completely not care about your shield gating. If you're invisible, it's completely gonna ignore your invisibility. If you get hit by toxin weapons, going straight to your health, and it's gonna wreck you. That's how it works. Enemy cold weapons might be really annoying. Heat weapons, more heat procs. Heat procs have been really annoying since the Eximus change, because now our Arson Eximus are gonna be giving you heat procs a lot. Electricity procs, Most annoying thing is actually the shock Eximus with those electricity orbs and stuff. Enemy shield boosts. I forgot to talk that the enemy armor boost you're going to be seeing only on Grenier missions, and this one you're going to be seeing only on Corpus missions. But this one is actually a okay debuff. You're going to feel this when you're not using toxin damage. And even when you are using toxin damage, you are going to feel this because you're always attacking enemies and you're seeing the bar going down, and then all of a sudden it goes a lot less down. So yeah, this is okay. I might even put it here just because it increases their shield a lot. Enemy speed boost. Enemy speed boost is terrible in some situations. I'm gonna put it as a hard debuff because it's really problematic if you get this debuff and then you have like the expired, I think it's the expired Demolisher, the one from the Grenier. That dude runs like a madman, like a mother freaking flower. He runs like crazy, and if you get the enemy speed boost and that guy is going, you might have a hard time stopping him. It's bad, but it's not too bad because I don't think it's that bad for the Corpus. But for the Infested, it's a really good too. It's really bad too. So yeah, I think it deserves its place. Energy drain. That's usually it's pretty bad. Can you counter it? Kinda. The way I do, and I actually answered this on a comment these days, is when I get an energy drain, I try to pull out an invincibility before my energy is gone completely. Because then I'll have 20 seconds to find the Demolisher. And if I can't find the Demolisher within these 20 seconds, I'll try to leave my Warframe in a safe place and hop into my operator and keep searching for the demo. When I find the demo, I'll pull out my Warframe, drop an energy pad, go invisible, and start killing the Demolisher. This usually works. It just doesn't... It's much harder to pull out when there is, like, when I have to remove armor and I'm gonna remove armor using a skill. That's when it gets much harder, because when you're using a skill to remove armor, like Seeking Shuriken, you remove the armor, but then you have like maybe 5 seconds until the Demolisher's nullifying bubble pops again, and that's gonna make it hard. You're not gonna have much energy to play around. So that's why I think it's a problem. Health drain, it's B tier. It's a hard debuff because if you didn't plan ahead and you're not bringing in healing, it's gonna be bad. This health drain looks like the vampire mode in Nightmare missions, but this one kills you. Vampire mode doesn't kill you, it leaves you with like 2 HP, but this one does. This one kills you. If you're using combat discipline, good luck, my friend. That's not gonna be very good. So yeah, you can counter this by using I think it's the Furies with the Syndicate mod. You can use Healing Return. You can use the Gerudo, but of course it all depends on what weapon are you using to kill your Demolishers and stuff. Yeah. Eximus Wave. Now that the Eximus have been reworked, I'll put it here, just because you can get some really annoying Eximus units around. So, yeah. Some are much worse than others, but usually they're being a pain in the ass. Ghoul Eruption. This one is exclusive to Mars, if I'm not wrong, where there's Olympus. I think that's the only Grenier disruption mission where we can have ghouls. Ghoul Eruption pretty much makes so ghouls start spawning, and that is okay. It's just okay. It's just more ghouls. You're already killing ghouls in the mission, so it doesn't change much. Magnetic Anomalies. I think this one, if it's not exclusive to Corpus and Lua, it might be exclusive to Lua. This is an okay debuff. This can be annoying. If you mess up your parkour, you're gonna end up inside a magnetic bubble, which is gonna drain your energy. If you're depending on your energy, you might be effed. Right? Minefield. Minefield is a good debuff. It's hard, just on point. You're gonna have arc traps, you're gonna have proximity mines, I think they're called. And these proximity mines are gonna deal a good amount of damage. The arc traps are annoying, and if you get like an arc trap and you also have electrified conduits, you might just get killed from the electricity. But yeah, I think it's a good challenge, but it's also easy to counter. If you have an explosive weapon or just the epitaph, you're able to quick shot pretty much all of the mines on the same room that you are. Just look a little bit away and start shooting. You'll be getting them down in no time. Moonquakes. This is exclusive to Lua. This triggers traps, if I'm not wrong. It will trigger the lasers. I think it's a pretty mediocre. Will change only a few things. Yeah. Nullifying Conduits, I'm also not sure if it... I think it's a Lua and Corpus only conduit effect. This one is actually annoying. This is more annoying than Electrified Conduits. So I'm gonna leave it here. I don't think it's that bad. If somehow you're forced to go through that, then it's gonna be pretty bad. Because you're gonna, if you have some buffs and stuff, you're probably losing your buffs, your abilities and stuff. They're gonna get all nullified, and that's bad. I think I'm gonna put this to the very left because I think it's from priority. Not actually putting them all priority, but nullifying effects. I think it's much worse than electrified conduits. Yeah, losing your skills, not being able to cast your spells and stuff. It's bad. So if the Demarcher gets close enough to the conduit, and you're depending on skills to do something, you're not gonna make it. As otherwise, the electrified conduit, you might be able to do it. Pack Hunters. This is a okay debuff. These guys are... yeah, they can be annoying. The Kavat... is that a Haika Masters? These guys are annoying. Their flamethrowers are annoying. And the Dark Masters can also steal your weapons, so it's okay. Resource Booster. I don't think this Resource Booster will do anything. I think it's a 50%. It won't change the amount of... what's the name? It won't change the amount of steel essence you're getting. So this is okay. It's I'll say that it is a mediocre buff, just because I think it's better than credits and Affinity Booster. It's better to get some more resources. You're probably not getting much, but if you're getting a little, still getting some some more resources, I think it's okay. Robotic Onslaught. This one activates more Corpus proxies, so you're getting more enemies. I think this belongs just close to Brood Surge, you know. It's okay, more enemies and stuff. Security Alert. This one is exclusive from the Kuva Fortress Disruption mission. And this one, I'll say that is a hard debuff. Because some turrets are annoying, they will deal damage, they will push you away. And yeah, I'm not sure if this triggers like all of the turrets or if it's like only some turrets. But if it triggers everything, which I'm not really remembering, it's actually quite a big deal. But if not, it's okay. Let's think again. Sentient Influx. This one is exclusive to Lua, and it will summon sentience. I'll say that it is a okay debuff because fighting sentience, it's actually much easier since the new war where they made so sentience actually takes status effects. They take the procs. That is good. So you won't be having much trouble. Only if they start like reflecting damage and you keep attacking like a madman and you reflect all of your damage, so that might be bad. Shield Drain. Shield Drain is... I think Shield Drain is worse than Health Drain. Because when you have Health Drain, you still have that window of shield gating. But when you get a shield drain that you don't have shield gating, you're depending only on your health. As the level goes up, enemies will deal untankable damage. So one getting only a few bullets will already get you killed. So I think it's can be pretty challenging, but usually it's not. But it's potentially very dangerous. So yeah. Where to leave it? I'm gonna leave it here. Stronger key carries. Say that is okay. I can't really. I'm not sure if it's a C or if it's a D. I personally can't feel much of a difference when I get stronger key carriers. Damn. I'm gonna leave it here, barely changes anything because I just can't feel on my gameplays. System Overload activates traps. I think this one is exclusive to Corpus missions. Activating traps can be annoying, so I'm gonna put it here. It's pretty okay. Pretty okay. What else? Tenno Fire Rate Boost. I think this is a A-tier buff. This is really good. Helped me a lot. And if you have an automatic weapon, this is pretty darn good. For semi, gonna have to be like as fast as you can while maintaining your, let's say, your fire rate or pretty much your click rate against the delay between shots. That's how it's going for semi. Yeah, being as fast as possible, controlling the delay between shots. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good. If I'm not wrong, in my Fanmore video, it was like the last buff I got on one of the last levels, the last waves, and you could definitely tell the difference between the Fenmore on the incarnate mode with fire rate and without fire rate is just too different. Tenno Lifesteal weapons. I think this one is a good buff. Okay/good buff. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here just because it's a good buff. So if you don't have a proper way of healing, or if you're using, what's it called, combat discipline, you might be losing a lot of health, and this one is gonna help. It's usually pretty useful. I like it. Last but not least, Tenno speed boost. This is a good buff. This is also a good buff. It will help you go to point A to point B faster. It gets your demolishers faster. It's simply a good buff. I think that's how it goes. I think that pretty much this is how I would say that the conduit effects are. Yeah. Don't think I would change anything here. Not sure. I think these are all the conduit effects. If I missed something, it's because it's not on the wiki and I could remember only by playing it. Yeah. But if I missed something, leave it in the comments below. I'll make sure to add, not only to add to the website, to make another one of these images and add to the website. And also, thank you very much for watching. Leave it a like if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. No, actually, this one is the one who was bad, but now it's good again. Let's go.